Welcome back to the Messy Garage. This is the how does it go in there video of how the new 34-inch full bank from US General and Harbor Freight absorbs the overly full 5-drawer cart. You may have seen the video. There'll be a link at the end if you want to have a peek at that. But obviously this is going to offer me a ton of space, lots of upper storage, better hanging for things like pry bars, bigger, deeper drawers, and several of them. So the question is, what are we going to do with all this amazing space? And I guess it's time to at least get a start on finding out. All right, so I don't know how much this is in the way of movie magic, but anyway. So here's how it kind of turned out. I do like the fact that the cobalt magnet bars, this is wide enough that they don't have to tuck under each other, so it's nice and wide storage. I still got to find the stuff that goes over here. But inside, kind of looks the same. I would say I have a lot more space that I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with yet. At some point I'll come back and give a tour. One thing I did notice that, there's a lot more holes here. I don't know if I can get that to light up for you. Yeah, oh, I can, because my Milwaukee flashlight is now right here in the main box. There we go. So these guys are too big for some of the stuff I have, and when it gets tall here, I'm running afoul a little bit of this strut with these guys that have the striking caps and this wide lip here. So might be time to change tools a little bit. Maybe. There's plenty of room for all my ratchets and of course the Milwaukee ratchet, and a little bit of extra to put some other stuff. Otherwise, the overall arrangement's pretty similar. Definitely was able to spread these out a little bit and conserve some space. Definitely there's a lot more kind of open space here I haven't figured out yet, because there's things that are kind of lurking in the old setup that aren't necessarily using this space, and I'll probably figure that out. I'll make sure the drawers are unlocked now. As I was packing the drawers, I kind of came to this idea that there's some organization, just like up here, I need some drawer organization too. Now, here's the much desired wrench drawer. So this is not all of them, but it's most of them. My SKX frames, which I like. Be happy again to do anything on any of this stuff you see. But my stubby screw wrench here, the Tecton regular box ends here. Some of my older flex rotating ratcheting heads. My Carlisle set of flare wrenches, except for the one little snap-on guy down there to get the bleeder valve size. I don't know. Just wrench drawer, yay! And then things that get a little messy here in the Messy Garage. This is extensions, obviously, and some of the oddball and unusual sockets. This is for mainly for using a torque wrench, like holding the top of a strut or something like that, while the torque wrench is plugged in here, so you can fix the little hex or whatever at the center of the strut. But this kind of absorbed my locking extensions, which used to be in the junk drawer, which is coming up here in a minute. The drawers aren't tall enough here for the batteries to go in, or at least this one isn't. I think maybe the bottom one is, but I don't want it at the bottom, so I have to figure that out. Maybe that's what I use some of the top space for. Haven't figured that out yet. And then, this is the Icon ratcheting flex that I didn't have room for. In this one, it's not used as much, so I didn't feel like it had to be in that one anyway. Was able to get my 3/8 and 1/4 inch torque wrenches together, along with the impact socket e-torques things, and some gear wrench pry bar, and still missing the 18 here, and it's around, I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I was also able to kind of unify some of these pliers, the hose pliers and long reach pliers. These are great. Again, another thing I'd be happy to show if there's interest. And then the Quinn torque angle electronic torque wrench, my long suffering Craftsman open-end socket, which are super cool. Crow's feet, you know, the what do you call these things? The tool disconnect set for pressurized line. It says transmission, but it also I was using for power steering. Schwabin tool. My pry bars don't fit. These will go straight through those holes up here. They will go right into the chassis, so I'm having to keep them down here, along with my mini pulley tensioner wrenches, my fan clutch wrench set. These are all pretty rarely used, with the exception of the Schwabin, so I'm cool with that. I kind of found this drawer. This drawer sort of, as I was lamenting that maybe it wasn't as much space as I thought, this one appeared to me. I didn't realize it was there, kind of. My half-inch, it's an old Griot's torque wrench. I forget the name of the OEM for it, but it's a really nice torque wrench. Does not fit straight, which actually kind of creates some nice space for hammers, including that trusty Cook. It's a Quinn, digital torque adapter, and pry tools and stuff like that. My Lang thread cleaning set. And then down here is kind of the open, still the junk drawer. It will fix it up, and I'm going to figure it out. Probably put a little box in there for something for the rags, some of this oil change stuff, and the zip ties. But yeah, I'm definitely got everything in here with space to spare, with organization, except for this drawer, and I guess sort of the socket and extension drawer. But I can live with that for the moment. This is the messy garage, right? But that was, I think, super worth it. It's a lot of volume. I think in terms of lay down space, it definitely, is an improvement over this, although not as much probably as the 44-inch US General cart, because there's so many more drawers and shallower drawers, and there's more spots to lay things in shallow drawers, and then use, the other half of that volume in that drawer for another drawer. So, I think the way cubic inches are claimed is a little bit weird, to be honest. But is this a lot more space? Absolutely. Am I happy? Absolutely. That was a quick look at the transition from the 5-drawer to the full bank and what's in it. And that's it from the messy garage. Stay messy.